please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And oh boy, Obi-Wan Kenobi not doing so well. So it turns out when you peddle out fake racism, and everybody goes, oh no, oh there was racism. Oh no, we're stunning and brave and we support the object of the target of this racism. Oh yeah. Doesn't actually help you get a piece of garbage entertainment to do well. It is not doing well. Obi-Wan Kenobi it's on track to doing worse than The Last Jedi, which is so much worse than Obi-Wan Kenobi. Listen, there are bits in Obi-Wan Kenobi which I really liked. I mean, yeah, the opening 10 minutes or so with a flashback to the prequels, awesome, right? I love the sacking of the Jedi Academy, or was it the Jedi Temple, right? All that freaking awesome. And then Reva comes on, Moses Ingram. Now I've only seen her in Obi-Wan Kenobi. So apparently people have told me she's very good in, was it Queen's Gambit? I've never seen it. Don't really care. It's not really my sort of thing. But that she may be. But this character is lazy. It's written in a lazy way. It's a two-dimensional character designed to be a black woman and nothing else. Right? It's lazy. There's no character. And the real crushing shame is whenever she's on screen with anybody else, you can see how empty and lazy this character is, right? So maybe her lackluster in performance, which when I say lackluster, the job of an actor is to make me feel there's authenticity to what I'm seeing, right? That the actor is really that person. So the other, the Grand Inquisitor, what was it? Rupert Friend was freaking awesome, right? Yes, he convinced me he was the Grand Inquisitor. The other, everybody else on screen, apart from Moses Ingram, right? So is she a diversity hire? Well, it seems to be. That seems to be the freaking definition of the word. Is it a good thing that we have diversity hiring? No. It's terrible. It's a disgusting thing, right? But it's a racist thing. So, this may surprise you. Hollywood, which has, for its entire history, been sexist and racist, is still sexist and racist. Now, the only difference is now is they're calling everybody else sexist and racist instead. Anyway, so it didn't really help them. The audience response to this episode was dismal, and quite rightly so. So anyway, I've watched it, so you don't have to. Well, I'm going to take you all the way through it. I got screen grabs for the whole thing, and it's just, it's not good. It's not good. It's not fun. It's not funny. Fine. Like, share, subscribe, comment, sign up my Substack. If you ever see me not put out content on YouTube, that's because they banned me. I've got a Rumble channel. I have another YouTube channel. But sign up. It's in the video notes. Sign up on Substack, and you'll be always updated as long as I remember to send out the emails on my or what my content is and where it is. That'll be absolutely fantastic. Certainly subscribe. Oh, that'd be wonderful. Thank you very much. Comment. I said all that. Like, hey, all these things are good. Fine. Let's get into the review. Oh, God help us. I'm sorry. Let's get into the review, and I'm going to hand over to me from last night. Star Trek. So this isn't bad. This is totally legitimately Star Trek. It really is, right? Okay. So, and I like this logo. Great visuals. Love the visuals. It's getting its own vibe. It really is. It's this Memorial Day thing on Star Trek where everybody remembers people who were killed in battle with them. And so everyone's doing, but she won't do it, right? Lieutenant Noonien Singh, and that's just such a shit name for the character. That's one connection too many. Her Gorn backstory and Noonien Singh is one connection too many, right? You should have one or the other, not both, right? It really is too much. So, but she won't wear one because she doesn't want to look back. She only wants to look forward, right? Because she was in the whole thing with the Gorn where everybody was killed apart from her. So, Transporter Chief Kyle, who apparently is an Asian guy, because they thought the guy from the pilot was Transporter Chief Kyle and not Transporter Chief Kyle. Well, we're in a different universe. It's cool, right? For me, this is, this is somebody's interpretation, impression of Star Trek, and it's okay. All right. Again, this is very derivative, very much. It's Wrath of Khan, best of Wrath of Khan and Balance on Terror, right? In one episode. Although you don't get to see the Gorn, I do like how they set them up as a good new villain, right? And honestly, I'll be fine if they just make their own bloody timeline, right? They should have them visit like the Guardian of Forever and see Kirk's timeline or something, right? And yes, what? Just make them their own timeline. Like, who cares? Yeah, it's clearly not prime timeline, but yeah, I do. I like the blue uniforms. I like it, the reimagining, the close reimagining of classic Trek, right? I think it's all a bit too shiny, but yeah, he's a bit weak, but it's okay, right? It's all okay. So he gives a big speech about everybody wearing these things. So this week we got what's the name? Was it Uhura, who I just wish they would make sexy. Like, bit of cleavage, bit of leg, okay? I hate to be crass about this, but it's Uhura. Bit of cleavage, bit of leg, okay? Both those things we need, right? Nichelle is a beautiful, beautiful woman, and you are debasing her. Like, you need to make her a bit sexy. What was it? I need to double check, but I believe Singh is a male name signifying follows Sikhism, female as a no. She says she's connected. She's related to Karney Singh, right? She said what in like the second episode. Well, second or I can't remember who it was, but she said it. Anyway, this episode's subplot, B plot, is pretty good. Uhura with Hema. I like Hema a lot, right? I do like Hema. Interesting character, kind of grouchy, pissed off. And you have to tell you, this actress, I don't know her name, really gives a bit of flavor and character into this character, right? I think she's doing a good job. So, but they do her, they Mary Sue her a bit. She's super smart and everything, and he impresses Emma, who's hard to impress. Anyway, she comes on the bridge, and she's not wearing a button. She's like, no, I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. And they're at this planet, and they're at this planet which hasn't been receiving signals, and they see the boy is okay, but there's nobody's giving signals down the planet, right? So again, good away mission, and I like how it's got a reimagined feel of the original, which I feel is somewhat respectful, right? Especially this episode, it had a new version of Kirk's green top in it, and I really liked it, right? I feel it's being respectful. So they're at the colony, and like everybody's gone, and it's like shit's hit the fan, right? What's going on? And it's not well directed. It's quite, and again, yeah, it's got that TV budget feel, which I really like, right? It's got an episodic. All this stuff is good. Right, and they look around and there's like everybody's dead. They find blood everywhere. Right, it's not good. So then they find this little shuttlecraft that was hiding, and they're like, "Oh my God! Thank God you found us. We're the survivors. We had to hide up here. We don't know what happened. There was like this weird noise, and the next thing we knew, everyone was dead. Right, we woke up, and he's like." So they can't transport over, so they get their they have to go through their docking tube. And again, like the visuals. Really do enjoy the visuals. So all the refugees come off, and they're like she describes what happens. We heard this nut buzzing noise, and we all passed out, right? And wake up. And so then this girl runs away. So I gotta watch out, the monster's coming, I say, what do you see? He said the monsters took Daddy. And he's like, did you see anything? So all of a sudden, she calls up to the British, says, scan for this thing over here. And it's and they pick up like something hidden, some ship hidden And she's like, holy shit, raise shields. You got to raise shields. Red alert, right? And she goes to look out the window as it happens. It's the Gorn, right? And out comes this ship firing at it. And they can't put the shields up because they're connected to the other the little ship. So they're like, they really take a lot of fire. Get the title sequence, and I like the titles. It's a generic song, I think they need more better music, right? It's just a bit like it seems like a cover version of Star Trek, a bad cover version. So anyway, let me get one of the first mysteries, the plot threads of the episode. What's name wakes up and she keeps getting visions of this bloke. Like, what's going on? It's a bit creepy. And then we have the awesome Nurse Chapel being hot and helping people. And everyone's like, shit's hitting the fan. So they number one has to go to, she's got like a bit of ship in her, so she's got to go to med bay, sick bay, and they're trying to like get things together. Hammer's trying to get this thing. They had to go to the shuttle bay to get this thing realigned, otherwise it's going to blow up the warp core or something. I can't. It's like look. It's a video game side quest. So she goes up the bridge. It's the Gorn. We have to run away right now. Right, we got to retreat right now. And then she keeps getting visions of this guy. So what do you mean? He's like, well, you see, this is their battle tactic. They just come and hit you out the blue fast while you can't do anything. And then they keep pummeling you and expecting you to return fire, right? If they do that, then you're going to just, when you're fighting from a weakness, you'll just tire yourself out and make yourself easier to kill. So they're like, let's find somewhere to hide, right? But let's go. And there's this black guy. Again, the science is stupid, but who cares? And she just annoys me, this character, Lieutenant Ortega Lesbian. Hi, I'm a lesbian. Yeah, I know. I'm a Latinx lesbian. I know. And you're not really Hispanic, because any Hispanic person hates the word Latinx. So he says there's this they got to fly into the black hole where shields won't work. It's the Batara Nebula. It's exactly the same. Shields won't work, and it'll be the same for them, right? So they fly in there. Meanwhile, in the cargo hold, they shit has hit the fan. They wake up and Hemmer's had his hand crushed underneath this giant box thing, right? And all his fingers are broken and the door's blocked, right? And this thing's about to blow up. So they're like, what we're going to? So they want to get what's it? Uhura says, "I'll be your hands, right? Because there's nobody else here, and we're all going to die if you don't." Right, and the doctor's being doctory, saying, "I'm the doctor. We're going to need power. People are dying. Blah blah blah." Was it number one makes it in? And she collapses. And Nurse Chapel, insanely hot. Like her in the white outfit. So they're out of plasma, and now they got to do, as they're out of plasma, they got to do old-fashioned surgery. And she's like, okay. So they have like a basic meeting about what they can do, about how things, they got how they're going to get out of it. So she tries to explain, look, the Gorn just sees you as meat, right? They're going to use you as like breeding sacks or food for their young. They don't. They just deal with conquest, right? And like, there's no middle ground. We just got to get away from them. He's like, well, nobody's seen a Gorn before, so that's not true. Plenty of people have seen a Gorn. They just all die, right? We gotta find a way out of this. So he's like, well, how are you doing? Is there anything holding up? Says, well, I'm okay, but it's like, I don't remember anything, right? I just have flashes of memories, and they don't really make sense. And I'm not going to mention this guy I keep seeing everywhere, because that will be weird and creepy, right? That will be strange. And off she goes. Meanwhile, his hands are broken, right? He can't do anything. So yeah, eventually she says, "Let me be your hands," right? We'll do it. And she has to talk him through it. And look, that's basically the plot of the episode. They get on by doing this work together. So they worked out. They've turned they worked out a way that they can scan to see if anyone's coming, right? So they don't think the other people see. So they see the Gorn ship coming, right? Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, and there's like, well, let's see if it can see us, and it doesn't, right? So then they come up with the plan. They have one torpedo left, right? So they're gonna just turn the Enterprise on its head, right, and open the torpedo door and drop the torpedo out, so it falls out under its own power and blows up the Gorn ship, and they do it. Bam! It's done. Yay! And then two much bigger ships come. One much bigger ship and two small ships come. Right? They're like, and they just gave up that one ship so they could find them. They're like, oh shit, these people mean business, right? They mean bloody business. Meanwhile, they're doing surgery on number one, who should be genetically okay, right? We learned in the other episode. And again, I just want to draw attention to his tuning. I love that too. It's perfect, right? It's a perfect 2022 representation of the blue top for a doctor, right? It's got that medical feel to it. I like the material. The colors are perfect. Right, absolutely perfect. It works, right? It totally works. Nurse Rand, Nurse Chapel could be in a sexier outfit. We can put up with that. So they keep hearing that they're bombing them or something to try and get their attention. Meanwhile, they work together. She's got to take these things out and put them in, and all kinds of things. And there's like. It looks like it's going to blow up. They're going too deep near the black hole, right? And so the ship starts to buckle, it starts to blow up, and they got to get out. No, you go, transport, you go. I'll stay here. Oh, I'm a regular character. Okay, then. Then he's like, okay, I guess they're going to board us. We best get ready to fight, right? Wait, what happened there? Hang on. I totally forgot what happened there. What? How did they kill that one? Hang on. I'm a bit stuck. How did they do that? Oh, I remember. Yeah. Fine. It comes to them. It's chasing them, and they're going as deep as they can. And all. Oh, you're right. Yeah, it goes as deep as they can, and all of a sudden, the pressure's too deep for the Gorn ship, and it blows up. There you go. That's where it's up to. Fine. Okay. So they're like, okay, well, that's kind of good news for us. They can't get down here, but we're slowly blowing up, right? And number one needs some blood. But there's only one thing of plasma left, and somebody else needs it. So she says, give it to the other person, right? Meanwhile, they're trying to come up with a plan, right? And they want to try and slingshot around the black hole, I think, to get out. But they need to be able to come up and see if they're there first, right? So Spock and the Noonan Singh go out in a shuttlecraft to check, and she keeps seeing stuff, and she's like, that guy, and he's like, is there anything you can tell us that might help us? And anything remembers, I really can't remember. So she says, why don't we do a mind meld, right? She thinks the lights mean something, right? So they do this mind meld, dum, dum, my mind to your mind, right? Do the whole thing. And they get in this, and you see the Gorn breeding world thing, and they and you meet the brother who's like the boy who was a brother, and he wrote he did a bunch of study about them, and it's like, so he knows what the lights mean, right? It means they're talking to each other. It's the way they communicate. Right, so then it's really annoying. Then whenever they refer to Discovery, it's stupid and annoying. Right, it's stupid and annoying. He said, I see you had a sister, and they wake up, right, and the lights, right. So she has this thing. She talks the
she uses the lights to convince one that the humans have boarded the ship and taken it over, right? So they do that and they just blow up the ship. Meanwhile, they're trying to get all this done, and they're gonna have to like do explosive decompression, I think, before they can so they can do the slingshot thing, right? So she tells them about the lights or whatever, I can't remember, and you get quite a nice action finish, right? So they get in spacesuits, then they gotta like tether themselves in because they're gonna slingshot, and again, I think it's suspenseful and well directed, right? And I like the way they use the sets. I really want to see Jonathan Frakes do an episode of this, right? Love the visuals. Oh, love the visuals. They slingshot around the. I mean, look at that. That's lovely. That is just beautiful. Around the black hole, they jettison a bunch of stuff and to make it look like they blew up, right? And that way the Gorn just go away and leave them alone. They survive to fight another day, essentially. Yay! We made it out! Yay! Right, it's like, well done. And again, I can forgive it most things because it looks so freaking gorgeous, right? You know, this is the opposite of Amber Heard. People say, like, you know, I was saying at the beginning of the stream, Amber Heard doesn't look good enough to be such a bitch, right? This does. This looks so gorgeous, right? It's they make her mention she got a blood transfusion from the doctor. They wink at each other, and now she's having wet wearing the badge and remembering and moving forward because of the mind meld, which seems to be quite good therapy. If I was a Vulcan therapist, that will be the way I would go. That would totally be the way I would go. And it's actually Star Trek. You know, the episodic format really, really freaking helps it, right? The characters are okay. It's Star Trek. What do you want me to tell you? You know, I've been very critical of the other ones. I think it was a fan film, I'd love it. So I think I'll be hypocritical to say that's not, you know, good. What did Vanessa Lord just say? Sorry, I just missed it. This just made me want to watch good old episodes of Star Trek. Well, there is that. See, I've always been, up until the progressors went crazy, reasonably progressive. I've always been interested in new takes on old things. It's just like, yeah, the new takes became awful. This is one of the first things that I've done, which I've been quite happy with, right? And I like it's got a smaller budget as well. So the next week's episode, Spock and Mock, I watched today. I loved it, right? It was a real nice kind of version of whimsy and sci-fi and Vulcans, and it's different from the Leonard Nimoy Spock. But I like it had to bring in it. It's good. I thought it was very good. I enjoy it. So yeah, look, this is a recommend for me. Not worth getting Amazon Prime for or whatever, Amazon Plus, but it's totally a recommend.
My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.